All right, guys, I had to take away my pain and anguish from bubbling in a tournament. Ace 10 over King King. Ooh, God, that burns. Just stings. Just the existential angst of floating on a rock, playing poker with statistical analysis. And today we have a new beer. This is the 90 Shilling Ale. I think it's the correct name. I got to put on my reading glasses so I can read this. I remember thinking of this fairly fondly when I had it the first time. Odell Brewing Company 90 Shilling Ale. Named for the Scottish tax on a high quality beer, 90 Shilling is a medium body of amber ale with a distinct burnished copper color and a deeply pleasant aroma. We think you'll find our flagship ale brilliantly refreshing and worth every shilling. Fort Collins, Colorado, which also is the home of Fat Tire Brewery, which I will do a review of Fat Tire at some point because they're one of my favorites from years ago. I am also, so you know, handling business and clerical, and somebody is talking to me in Spanish, which I'm dealing with in Google Translate because I'm not extremely fluent in Spanish. And we live in a wonderful, wonderful world. Well, I'm about to crack open this beer. Let's try this and see. One, cans. I think I used to prefer bottles, but I think I've actually gotten to the point where I prefer cans. I just think they're easier to manage, easier to handle and deal with. And I'm going to taste this before I go to the website because I don't want it to influence my review at all. I'll let that sit for just a second. And then let's see here. Toasted reminds me of like toasted bread. Warm, maybe oats, hops, barley, clover honey. Warm, refreshing, deep, toasty. Some slightly bitter notes at the end. And when I say bitter, it's more like hopped bitter. It's not like burnt toast, if that makes sense. Not overly sweet. Very strong. Makes me think of Melba toast. Melba toast in terms of like its level of caramelization. Let's see what it says on the website. Not a lot of information. Interesting. So I think it is okay. Not completely blown away by it. Um, at the moment, I don't think I'll be buying this again. It's one of these where I think I'm kind of on the fence. If there was nothing else available, I'd probably buy it again, but I'm not completely blown away. I still think that, in my personal experience, the Celis Grand Cru here in Austin is one of my top 10 go tos. I just think it's absolutely phenomenal on all fronts. This is still super tasty. It's got a caramelized, dark Melba toast, buttered bread kind of flavor. It's not overly sweet. I think I could drink multiple of these in a sitting, have a good session with it. It's not bad by any means, but as I develop my palate, I become more and more picky about what I like, what I don't like. And the beer itself, not overly carbonated. Um, it's just not, I guess, the perfect flavor profile I'm looking for personally. You may love this, and if you particularly love this beer, just write down in the comments and let me know. Because it's from Fort Collins, Colorado, I also have a little bit of a bias because I absolutely adored Fat Tire Ale. And I looked up Fat Tire somehow, I think because I was looking this up because Fort Collins. And did Fat Tire change their recipe? Because Fat Tire was like, God loved us and cared about us in Louisiana. When I brought back a case of Fat Tire Amber Ale, which was not available in Louisiana at that time, my friends acted like I gave them a bowl of dank nuggets with a dab. Like they were freaking out. Like, oh my God, like a Fat Tire? This was a big deal. We have more options with beer now. There's more microbrews, more competition. Super tasty, but not the beer I'm going to write home about. Not the one that I'm just like, man, you got to try this. It's good. It's okay. You can check them out at odellbrewing.com. That's Odell with 2 L's, by the way. Odell brewing.com. You can check out their beers. I do think this is tasty, but I wasn't blown away. Just me. You guys tell me in the comments if there's other beers you want me to try, or you have a difference of opinion about the 90 Shilling Ale. I'll see you guys again soon on Salud with Robert Gardner.